La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Well, back again with another exciting video. Today, I want to talk to you guys about Medusa. A lot of people have been hitting me up because they've seen a lot of my posts talking about Medusa. Well, I would definitely say that I've always had a infatuation with Medusa, the mythological figure. Well, that's what we're conditioned to think, you know. But when we start talking about spiritual work or dealing with spirits, Medusa is a spirit. Now, this is from Greek pantheon. Well, if you go back in your research, you'll find out more that Medusa, according to Herodotus, the Greek historian, he stated that the mythology or the myth or the spirit of Medusa originates with the North African Berbers. Now, that's for you to do your own personal investigation. Let me talk to you guys about the spirit of Medusa. Well, we know, according to mythology, we know that Poseidon raped Medusa, and later on she was cursed, basically because she, I guess according to the standards of that time, whatever, they feel that it was an offense, so she was actually cursed. Basically she was a beautiful lady at once, and then basically she was cursed to have snakes in her hair, and she was supposed to be hideous, and anybody who laid eyes upon her would turn into stone. See, just like your Patakis, in Ifa and Santeria, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? You understand that there's a hidden meaning behind all those things. So we have, even at the end, we have Perseus defeats Medusa with showing her own reflection. So, when we're talking about Medusa, let's just say this force is a force that removes obstacles from your life. And I definitely want to say you got to know what you're doing when you're dealing with this energy or this particular spirit. A lot of people are going to get motivated after this video, and they're going to say, well, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Well, this. Let me explain something to you. It's easier said than done. Let me talk to you guys now. When you're talking about Medusa, we hear about she's able to turn people into stone. Well, let me explain that to you from a practical manner. Because it's not exactly what it means, what you hear. When you're talking about Medusa and you have the word petrify, when you hear turn to stone, the word is actually Petra. For those of you who are, basically, the Bible, saying that comes from Peter's name, Petra, rock, Cephas, whatever. I mean, this long story. But anyway, when you're talking about turning an individual into stone, what that means is not that the person actually turns into physical stone. What it is that it makes the person immobile. So, when you're talking about a person, an adversary, coming at you, or coming, let's just say, from Medusa point of view. So an adversary coming directly towards Medusa, they will be immobilized. So therefore, when we're looking at opposition, we're looking at two opposing forces coming and facing one another. Actually, when we're looking at this, it's not really an opposing force. If you have a force coming directly to this energy, let's just say we have energy here. Let's just say it's a brick wall. An individual coming, driving at 100 miles an hour, he's going to basically run into a brick wall and smash his engine. So therefore, you got to look at Medusa in the same way. It's as though it's not saying a person who gazes on the image of the Medusa is going to turn to stone. No. What it's actually saying is in spirit. force that is face to face in spirit, meaning in opposition, that force that is in opposition is going to be immobilized. So what do I mean by this? Let me explain this. When you're talking about turning into stone, what this actually is in an immobilizing sense is, let's just say someone was plotting to go against you to do something wrong. All of a sudden now they're on the side of the road, basically with they're excited, they're basically, their antifreeze is leaking from their car or whatever, oil's leaking from their car, they can't move, but you even have greater senses. Let's just say I remember an individual, see, this person was trying to utilize the energy of Medusa without experience or knowledge. Now what happened was, there was this female that was in the individual's life. Now the guy did the ritual, he tried to do a ritual whatsoever, and I guess he didn't know what he was doing. The next day, he finds out that his girlfriend was out at some party and she fell off a building and died. See, this is what happens when the energy goes in the wrong, or it goes in, let's just say, it goes in reverse. Because if you don't do the ritual right, or if you don't know what you're doing, that force is going to turn on you. So instead of it being something that removes or immobilizes oppositions in your life, it immobilizes things in your life. Prime example, another individual, I remember this individual was basically testing some stuff out, I guess, whatever, so this guy is in his car, and this person had like something that belongs to the spirit of Medusa, and this person sprayed something, whatever, on themselves, and they all of a sudden they get back in their car and they press their lock button, and the car doesn't lock, So the button on the keys didn't work anymore. So you had even the same scenario. This individual was going through trial and error. And what happened was this individual was driving one day, all of a sudden he hit something and his car wasn't able to move anymore. So immobilizing facets, immobilizing factors. So even if you have enemies, your enemies come up against you. They say they're going to get their gun, this and that, you may even find those guys being, destroyed, by any means necessary. One day somebody comes out of nowhere and shoots them, now they're paralyzed in their wheelchair. So when you hear Petra or petrified, basically you're turning into stone. You're unable to move. You can be petrified by fear, but the Petra that they're talking about is being immobilized, powerless. Now, I want to move on a little bit further when we're talking about the power of Medusa. She has the power to fascinate. When we're talking about fascination, we're talking about a sense of hypnosis. So when we're talking about hypnotizing, a snake hypnotizing its prey, we see the same manner when we're dealing with that particular energy, how it bestows its power upon us. So therefore, when we have that spirit working in our lives, we enter places and people can't take their eyes off of us. So in this situation, it leaves the individual open, vulnerable, for us to put our own